Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to people from across the world, from the West Coast of the United States all the way through, at least representation for Vladivostok, but also Volgograd and other places, and also our good colleagues at the Russian embassy that are tuning in. There's Andre, I see him. Thanks for sending me a message confirming your participation. So welcome, Andre and colleagues from the embassy. So anyway, here we are, the first meeting, the first roundtable of the new year. And we say Happy New Year. And of course, our Russian friends get to celebrate Christmas twice. So both the Western date of the 25th and in January the 7th. So sorry for catching people here so soon after the holiday. I think some of these celebrations continued through the 10th in some places. But in any event, here we are. So let's say I am looking for one of our speakers to come on. I don't know if, oh, there, Lily, very good. Hey, wonderful. Lily is a wonderful friend of many years and participated in one of our US-Russia Sister Cities conferences that we had back at Virginia Beach, which were very successful, that Tim was instrumental with. And so she joins us today from where she lives currently, perhaps permanently, in Singapore. And so we worked on various things together. And Lily had also been a state representative for Hawaii, and then went farther to the west, Singapore, the city of her birth. So delighted that you can join us today. And Lily has had some very good contacts within Russian institutions. And I hope as she quickly introduced herself, she's on a train. So look at this, we can see things flashing by. So she may only have limited time, but anyway, a wonderful organization, which I thought we'd all like to know more about, is the Valdai Discussion Club. So Lily, can you tell us about the Valdai Discussion Club and what your participation, what is it, and what did you do there recently? You're on. You're on. Yeah, uh-oh, got a problem here. No, you're completely on here unless you didn't choose computer audio. We can't hear you. Can you hear us? Okay. I don't know if you're allowed there in Singapore to take off your mask momentarily. Maybe that's the problem. All right. Speak. Can't hear you. Uh-oh. Well, technical glitch here. We've got great video. Usually you can get audio. Sometimes problem with the video. Why don't you click I'll put you on mute. I'll ask you to unmute. There we go. Nope, we're not. Well, oh, wow, this is a disappointment. Oh my gosh.
I think maybe if she just spoken to the speaker and got rid of the AirPods, I think that might be the problem.
Oh yeah, maybe the AirPods. Yeah, good suggestion there. I knew we had at least one tech savvy person in this group. All right, speak to us. Say hello. Good morning, or I think it's pretty late there in Singapore. Go ahead. Doing sign language here.
Yeah, she would need to go in and disconnect the AirPod in her device, then she would just be using the mic.
You've got to turn off the AirPods. Oh, we had this all set up perfectly. Let's see. So into your phone. Oh, well,
I believe she'd go into settings, correct?
yeah.
To do that.
So, well, I guess she's maybe going to log back on. Well, this give me, so we got a little technical difficulty there. And I also have to disappointingly report that our other speaker from Rose Congress is not able to join us. We had a good pre-meeting meeting, and I had originally been trying to reach her supervisor, who's a major department head, but unfortunately was out of town. And I thought that Irina was going to actually be joining us. And it turns out that Rose Congress only wanted a senior person, like her supervisor, her boss, to speak to us. They didn't want to have a low-level person, relatively low level, although she certainly is quite accomplished. So we have to put that off till next month. So that's a big disappointment because that's such a great organization. And I'm wondering, I'll lean on our friend Steve, if you may want to say a few words about your knowledge of Rose Congress. I don't know if you've actually attended or spoken at one of their conferences, Steve.
No.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Okay. And what about Edward? Have you gone to one of those events? You're on mute. Edward, you're on mute. Unmute. Unmute, Edward. Well, we've got. Wow, hey, we've really run into the glitches this morning. Can you hear us, Edward? Yes? No? No. We all do so many of these, but there we go. So,
Okay. Can you
Edward,
hear
I
me?
was wondering, are you familiar with Rose Congress?
Why I attended some of the meetings. Last
did?
one was in St. Petersburg.
St. Petersburg, and that's the most popular and well-known.
Yeah.
So,
So last year, I was in St. Petersburg. It was very impressive. Lots of companies, a lot of American, by the way, a lot of American companies. So
yeah, I think that conference has the most notoriety and visibility. And then there's also, of course, the Eastern Economic Forum there in Vladivostok. And I know people who've gone there. And then, of course, the Russian Investment Forum, which is resuming. I think it's in June. And so anyway, we'll catch up on that next month, and my deep apologies. Matter of protocol, this is an outstanding organization, super events, do a great job. And I now see that Lily has rejoined us. So there we go. So can you speak to us now directly?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, perfect. Yay.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. All right. So I'll first of all, so good to see you again, albeit virtually, and I see some familiar faces too. So thank you for having me. Let me give a quick rundown on Valdai because I have to get off the train. I'm actually on my train from France to Germany. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes.
Yeah, Dankeschön.
I don't know what she just said to me, but okay. So Valdai was founded by 4 bodies, the Russian International Affairs Council, which is a nonprofit academic and diplomatic think tank, Higher School of Economics, and Educational and Research University. MGIMO, better known as Moscow State Institute of International Relations, which is also an educational and research university, but the most prestigious in Russia because it counts among its alumni several heads of state, foreign ministers, and barristers. You get the gist. I'm so sorry. I guess I can't talk on the train, so I just have to end it here. Yes. So sorry, Bill.
There we go. All right. So, well, let's go to an important announcement, I think, which is about the Young Artists and Authors Showcase, Young Artists and Authors Showcase, which is an annual event. I'm not sure how many years it's been going on. Maybe Mary Palco, who predates me, could tell us, was it 15, 20 years or something? But that's been a great event.
At least that long, at
Right.
least. And by predating, he doesn't mean older.
That's for sure. That's right. I'm probably the oldest person on this call.
I doubt it.
Anyway, anyway, so that's a great engagement with young people interested in international affairs and all of the ideals to which we aspire. And increasingly, of course, well, we've always had some international participation. So I will send a link to the page of that. But what it is people up to, I think, between 9 and 18, roughly, is the age range of participants. And I think it would be an outstanding project for us, this team, the Russia team, to contact people in the sister cities. And of course, some of these sister cities are represented here today. And have students and young people contribute their artwork and their writings to the showcase. And I think it'd be great engagement, I think important engagement from our Russian friends and colleagues, that we would have submittals from Russia. So I will send a link as I send a link for this meeting to encourage everyone to contact their city partnerships. And I'm gonna do a lot of that direct contact work myself. Now, the deadline is April 1, which gives us time here to get a submittal, something written, some art form produced, somehow shown for the showcase. I think it would be great if we could become the lead country with submittals from outside the United States. That would be headline worthy. So any questions on the Young Artists and Authors Showcase, for which awards are given? Anything further on that? And by the way, the theme this year is about water, sustainability of quality water for cities. And Maria Diva from Volgograd had touched on some of this, on some information she had sent me about a project that I think was, you were suggesting. Maria, do you recall, what was that potential project about water?
Yes, when you were suggesting this project
And you can speak up.
Yes, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, so it was my suggestion to deal with the Great Rivers project. So great rivers are made of water, they need ecological protection. And one of my suggestions was that maybe such a theme as ecology and river protection could be made into a competition for young artists. And yes, if you could send us a link with more information to this contest of artists and writers, then I will gladly try to distribute it among Volgograd students.
Very good. No, I think it would fit in quite well with the project that you had conceived, and we'll pursue that. So I definitely, following this meeting, I'll send that link to the entire mailing list. And if there's anyone here who is not getting my messages directly, and I've already learned that from Margaret Ann Hayden, so I'm going to put her on the list. But anyone else, put it in the chat that you want to receive a direct message from me. Okay, so now we're at the stage of the program, which we usually don't reach for a while, which is updates on activities and projects in progress. So if anyone wants to raise their hand, or actually I think is, Tim, do you have any further comments of a general nature?
Not right now. My comment is one, Happy New Year and to everyone, and to just underscore that how important I believe these conversations are. All we have to do is take a look at the world in a broader sense right now to know that keeping ourselves connected is vitally important in what we are as citizen diplomats. And then I would also like to say that Nancy and I have been working on revitalizing the relationship with San Jose and Ekaterinburg. We had a good effort last spring that ran to ground because of some technical issues with our embassy. And so I'll be looking as the year starts to pick up that effort and see if we can't. So your initiative here on authors and artist showcase may be a good one to help us in that regard.
Very good, thanks, Tim. And also, let's see if Andre from the embassy wants to say anything. I didn't warn him that I was going to call upon him, but the embassy has a lot of resources. And so I will have separate and direct contact with the embassy on the Young Artists and Authors Showcase. But if any word from the embassy, that certainly we would welcome that if they wish. And we'll get them on a future program so they're on the agenda. Okay, so let's now go to anyone who wants to give us an update about anything going on in their partnership or anything else. So anyone want to just pipe up? Oh, Linda.
I would like to. This is our 30th year of the sister city relationship between Canyon City, Colorado and Valdai, Russia. And many people from this community, young people, students and adults, have gone back and forth in delegations to and from Valdai. We've got probably 200 people in our community now who've actually either been to Valdai or have received guests from Valdai. Anyway, we're going to plan some kind of big celebration this summer for the 30-year anniversary.
So will there be any exchange of people going there or coming here?
We had hoped so, but at the moment it's not possible to get visas for them to come here. We tried last year to bring 2 school teachers over, and although they filed for their visa with the American Embassy in Moscow, they were not permitted to even have an interview, and they were not refunded their fees for application, which was a pity.
Oh my. Wow.
But our organization, we made it good for them because it's a lot of money to try and get a visa to the US.
Right. Okay. Well, I think that we have to resort to these Zoom meetings. And actually, well, sometimes you can arrange these physical meetings if you've got a long-term visa. And I was very surprised at the number of people that came from Volgograd to visit Cleveland this past summer. And we're going to have a report on that in our next meeting for definitely on what an ideal visit to the US can be if you can get your visa. So
maybe, Bill, sorry, do you happen to know Ms. Yelena Porobochia from our state university, or anybody from the, how are they called, generation school?
No.
I'm asking because they have this project called 4 Cities for Peace. It's between Volgograd, Cleveland, Archangelsk, and sorry, I forgot, maybe Oregon, that city twinned with the Archangelsk. And in each city there is a school, and for about a year, because I'm following them on Instagram for a year, they have been doing nearly constant exchanges, which culminated into a big photo exhibition. in the end of last year. So maybe
Yes,
Ms.
it did. That was a
could-
very successful visit.
That would be wonderful.
Maybe Ms.
Yeah.
Probocha could also report to us something next meeting. So
Right.
this is an initiative that is very nice.
There is also
Very
a
good.
Rotary exchange being planned right now. That it's a Rotary exchange that will go all the way from Moscow, St. Petersburg, and across to Vladivostok in May. And I'm a member of Rotary International, and I'm hoping to be able to go to that. And I can send the
Excellent. Boy,
information
that's
to Bill.
really something to know about, because our friend Lena in Ekaterinburg has been very active in the chapter in Russia, the Rotary chapter. So we'll check with her
I
on
will
that.
send you the information, Bill.
Yeah, please do. All right. Very good. Let's see, anyone else with information? Neil, of course, Neil.
Good morning and good evening. Yes, the sister city of Arkhangelsk is Portland, Maine. And yes, Maria is correct. There was a conference in Cleveland in October where delegates from Arkhangelsk and Volgograd went to Cleveland, and it was quite successful. And also delegates from Portland, Maine went to Cleveland. And yes, Elena from the university did go to Cleveland, Maria. And I guess next month Cleveland can report on that, but it was a great event.
Right, it was. Yeah, I mean, that was, yeah. Okay, anyone else would like to give us a report or update things in progress? Any other hands waving or? Oh, there we go, Edward.
Okay, well, we're talking about arts, and one idea which I propose, it's to use music. It's might sound a little bit unexpected, but well, sometimes music can be like inspiration for good things. And now, since as we speak now, we have this meeting in Vienna, OSCE, which may decide how the things going between US and Russia. So I thought that maybe we can bring message of peace. And I don't know if technically I send the link of this music, and it's now getting more and more support from different parts of the world. Actually from Ukraine. You know that now this current crisis is about Ukraine. And what the idea is that we have pictures of capitals, of beautiful capitals of different countries, and using this music with the message of peace, and then want to add maybe other countries and cities, and of course sister cities is a appropriate organization. Maybe you'll add your own city with some kind of a message. I don't know, Bill, if it's technical, it's only 2 minutes. If it's possible to click and show this video, would be great. If not, do you know, can you do that?
I guess I would turn over the hosting to you. Do you have it ready?
Well, I sent it through chat. I don't know if I click on it, it will play. Let's see.
Very good. Hey, a very nice musical interlude. So let me get that chat copy out this time to everybody. All right. Hey, thank you, Edward.
It will end in the 30 seconds. It will
Okay.
end itself.
Let's enjoy it. Well, very nice upbeat ending there. Wonderful. Thanks for sharing that with us. Great. All right.
But I think the idea is that other cities, now you see only Moscow and Washington, and we want to add other cities. So any cities that you live in, and especially sister cities, join with some video message maybe. So it's now, by the way, Russian TV channel is picking it up, and hopefully I kind of doubt that I can get Fox News or CNN, but who knows? Maybe this method. Remember this project, We Are the World, We Are the People.
Very good.
And so we want to repeat it.
Okay. All right. I'm writing that down. All right. Any other comments for anybody? Thank you, Edward. Anyone else? I think we are showing almost everybody on the screen. I hope I'm not missing anyone. Anyone else has anything to report, say, comments, suggestions? No? Well, all right. Okay, again, my apologies for not having our speakers work here with us. Hopefully we'll have both of them next time. And I know Lily sent me a message apologizing. So she was on a train there in Singapore. And as we know, they're pretty stringent on their protocols there in Singapore, and effectively so. So thank you all very much. And we do have another meeting scheduled. The date I'll send out shortly, which will be, as usual, the second Thursday of the month. I think it's the 10th next month in February, February 10th. Mary is the keeper of the dates. So even the keeper of my dates. So, all right. Well, thanks. Thank you all very much again. Apologizing for the problem with our speakers. We'll come back in full force in next month, and also give you updates on a couple of projects that have been lingering, the university's project, and also the latest on the Great Rivers. So long for now. Bye-bye. Bye.
Great day.
Okay, thanks.
A good day.
All right, where are we here? We'll end the recording. All right.